Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Financial Fridays with Dawn. So today's topic, we're going to talk about how money actually flows and how to actually create a budget. And it's really probably the simplest budget you're ever going to come up with. So it's real easy to stick with. So before I start too, I also want to introduce my tagline. I know a lot of you followed me on my show, Conquer Your Finances, Conquer Your Life. So we're going to use the same tagline where I'm here every day, every week on Fridays to empower you to live a happier, healthier, and wealthier lifestyle. So any topics related to money that you would like me to cover, be sure to write it in the comments. And if you would like to learn more, you can always check out my website. And that is dsfinancialstrategies.com. So let's get into it. Let's talk about cash flow. So I have this little chart here. Hopefully you can see this. So what we have here, this is what we call our personal economic model. So we have this lifetime, well, I got to learn how to use this here, lifetime capital potential tank, which money doesn't sit in here, it just flows from here, from our earned income, and if we have Social Security or anything like that, it comes from there. So now what it does, we get our paychecks, and it flows through here to, we pay some taxes, and then normally we just spend everything we make, and it's gone forever. So other people, what they do is they say, well, you know what? I have this thing at work called a 401k. So I don't have to pay taxes on that. So let's see, they take their money here, their earned income, and it goes right into this tank here, this tube, this yellow tube, which is our risk tank. So they think they're not paying taxes, but what they actually are doing is they're postponing them. Eventually, money's got to come out of this tank, and there's only one way. It's got to pass through that tax filter and into your lifestyle. So, and again, let's just explain what these tanks are. So risk tank, this could be your 401k, this could be your business, obviously the stock market, any real estate that you may have. And you can notice that it's uncapped over here because as you know, in the market, our money could be here today, gone tomorrow. And then we have this other tank over here, which notice that it's capped. We refer to this as our green tank, which is our safe tank. This is where money sits in and we're never gonna lose a penny. It's not gonna kill it like it does over here in the market, but 4 to 7% long term, that's a pretty good deal. So now you want to have money in both of these tanks because what happens when this gets cut off when we retire? If we don't have enough money in these two tanks, we're going to be forced to reduce our lifestyle. And nobody wants to do that. Who wants to live on less? I don't, so, and I'm sure you don't. So now how do we go about this and what does this have to do with our budget? Well, what I say is you want to have 20% of your income going into these two tanks. So before you pay yourself, 20% right off the bat, it's going to go in here, whether that's your 401k at work, up to the company match, or if you do something else on your own, but carve out 20% of your income. And then that way, 80% is going to be your lifestyle. And you're going to have no debt except for your mortgage. But how I look at debt, your mortgage is going to be more of a lifestyle decision. So that would go into the lifestyle. So now, okay, so now we have this. We know we got to save 20%. So what about a budget? How do we make a budget? Well, first, let's just track all your spending that you're doing in the past couple months. Go to your ATM, go to your bank online, look at everything you've spent, and you want to break it out. I have some spreadsheets that I could also give to you. You want to do whatever your fixed expenses, like your rent, your utilities, car payments that you may have, insurance payments that you have, health insurance, your Verizon cell phone bill, cable, any bill that you have, you want to list it out. And like I said, I have spreadsheets. I'd be happy to email this to you, so it makes it a lot easier for you. And then you kind of look at it and see what you're doing. And as far as like cell phone bills, call up, negotiate. There's always offering plans, so that's a way we can save money there. Your cable, maybe you don't need all those channels, or maybe you can just totally ditch cable altogether and do Netflix or Hulu, something like that. So you want to look for areas where you could stretch your dollar because you only have a certain amount of income. So now that you got all your expenses there, we'll get back to that. You want to list out your income. And I know a lot of you are self-employed out there, so you have a regular income. So what you would want to do with the income that you know you definitely have that's consistent, you write that down. And then for months when you have fluctuating income, pick the lowest month of, let's say, 6 or 12 months and use that. So that way you kind of could have like a baseline, like the worst case scenario. You could also average it, but I like to do worst case scenarios. That way any extra money is left over, you could put it into your lifestyle or add it to that 20% that you should save. So that way you can still maintain your lifestyle that you are today when you retire, when that flow of money stops coming in. So, okay, so just to reiterate, 1, we're going to track our income, get our income, and then track those expenses. Look at the expenses. What do you really need to do? Do you need to eat out 10 times a month? Maybe 5 might be better. Cooking, it's summer grill, that might be a great time. Get out, you know. You don't have to go out to restaurants every night. You can do that. There's other different ways too. Just look at what works for you. Like, I don't want you to totally scrimp on everything, but if you're overextending yourself, you're going to have to find ways to cut costs. Like, for example, I was paying over $60 extra a month for car insurance. And then I shopped it around. I was able to save $60 a month. And that was great. So now I have an extra $60 to either go put into my lifestyle or put it into one of my 2 tanks. Or I could do a combination, put 30 into my lifestyle, put 30 up into those 2 tanks. So it's that easy. And what else could I say about budgeting? That's basically all there is. It's just kind of simple. Save 20%, and then you get to enjoy the other 80%. So you don't have to sit there and do these complicated formulas and figure this out and that. It's just save 20%. So I'd be happy to help you. If you guys have any questions, send me a private message. You could go to my website. Again, that's dsfinancialstrategies.com. You can email me. That's Dawn at DS Financial Strategies. Also, pick up the phone. I'm only a phone call away. 215-660-0288. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. It's a nice holiday weekend. And as always, I empower you to live a happier, healthier, and wealthier lifestyle. Have a great day.